Hello everyone and good afternoon. My name is Lakshmi and today I welcome you all to the webinar session from Brunel University, and the topic for the session for the webinar today is why consider studying at Brunel University UK. I would like to now introduce our panelists today, Ms. Shivani Bhalla, who is the head of South Asia region at Brunel University, London. Shivani has been working with Brunel since 9 years now, and as the head of South Asia, she manages marketing, recruitment, and partnership. Shivani, I would now request you to please take forward from here.
Thanks a lot, Lakshmi. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Pleasure to be here. And I hope all of you all are doing safe and healthy from the comfort of your homes. We'll take this opportunity to introduce myself to you as well as Brunel University, London. Lakshmi missed out one little information that I myself had the wonderful opportunity to study at Brunel as a student, as an international student from India. So I'll do my best to share my experience, and of course, happy to answer any questions at the end of the presentation. Once again, thanks Lakshmi, and thank you to the Shiksha Study Abroad team for organizing this wonderful session. So Brunel is a university which is based in London. It's a campus university, a single campus university in the city of London, which is the capital of United Kingdom. We were launched in 1966, and prior to 1966, we were a polytechnic. So we've had a strong hold of, making sure that students have a great academic journey with us, and also they benefit from the overall development and the essence of what the university has to offer. The gentleman in the presentation is Isambard Kingdom Brunel. He was the first Victorian engineer of the world. Some of the things that he has been responsible for building across not just the UK but the world would be the London Underground system, the way we see it today, the Tower of London or the Tower Bridge, the Clifton Bridge in Bristol, and the foundation layout for the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. These are just some of the things, popular things that I thought I'd share with you. He is the namesake of the university, and I think we strongly follow his passion and continue to extend that to our staff and students now since 1966. Brunel's mission is something which I strongly believe in, and I think I've experienced that as an international student, as a member of staff, and I think I've experienced it even more during this horrible time of this pandemic, coronavirus. But largely, we believe in benefiting the society not only in excellence of teaching, research, but also knowledge transfer, and also doing everything for the large benefit of the world and of the community rather than individualistic goals that we may want to achieve. Thank you, Lakshmi. Next slide. Brunel has tried to do his very best in having plans ready for the academic year, which is September 2020 and January 2021. This is a brief video explanation of the same to show as a university what we have tried to do. Apologies in advance if you're unable to hear the sound, but I'm sure if you are, you would love to read through what our plans are for the upcoming September 2020 intake. Thanks, Lakshmi. Thanks, Lakshmi. I'll briefly explain what does dual delivery mean really. Dual delivery is basically offering you the flexibility to study the program with us without having any disruption due to any travel restrictions. So you could join us on campus for postgraduate programs starting from the 21st of September and for undergraduate programs starting from the 28th of September. However, if due to COVID, there are any travel restrictions or travel bans in the country that you live in, for example, India, you could start the course online and you can join us on campus whenever convenient. Blended learning also means that there will be some part of your classes, large part of your class, where the large lectures are there online to ensure that we stick to social distancing, and a lot of group lectures or group tutorials and block sessions, which could be done face to face or online as per your convenience. So the flexibility and the power of studying this year is all yours. Thank you, Lakshmi. Next slide. This is our wonderful campus. This is a unique opportunity in the city of London. London is the capital of the United Kingdom and is like any other, cosmopolitan city in the world. However, Brunel is very lucky to have a 220-acre single campus. So you could see from your lecture halls, accommodation, your subway, Starbucks, Costa, a nightclub, your sports facilities, your gym, indoor athletics, all your laboratories, the library, our very own STEM center, every possible thing that you could imagine is at this wonderful campus. It's a very green campus, as you can see. London, being a typical city, obviously has lots of buildings spread across, but we've got a lot of greenery around us, and we feel extremely proud that students can get the best of both worlds of being in the city and as well as having a campus to live on. Thanks, Lakshmi. Next slide. I think this is an important factor for all students that are considering to study with us is our rankings. In the recent Times Higher Education 2020 rankings, Brunel was ranked the 31st most international university in the world. And we feel extremely proud of this because this is all thanks to our wonderful international students and the success stories that they have had in their life after studying at Brunel. But apart from that, of course, we are extremely well known for mechanical engineering, art and design, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, business, marketing, education, sports, and our MBA is also AMBA accredited, which is one of the highest accreditations for MBAs in the world. Thank you, Lakshmi. Next slide. One world, one campus. I think this is, like I said, a rare find. You could see from a grocery store to a library, to your laboratories, to your indoor athletics, your union of students, your bank, your doctor, your pharmacy, your fruit and vegetable market, everything is there at this wonderful campus. A very unique scheme that we have, which I feel is very critical for international students, is the Brunel Buddy Scheme. What is a buddy scheme? So, you may be leaving your home country, your parents for the first time ever in your life and moving to a new country. We set you up with a Brunel buddy who is your to-go person. The buddy is responsible from picking you up from the airport, bringing you on to the campus, settling you into your accommodation, and actually being your to-go person till you haven't made your own friends. This is something which is done as a part of a student service. During COVID as well, we are still looking forward to offer you this. We are looking at options where we may consider to charter flights from India along with a couple of other London universities to get you safe on campus. We will also be considering if there is a quarantine period in the UK to offer you free accommodation while the quarantine period exists. So as a university, we're working on all possible measures to make sure we give you a COVID secure journey of your studies in 2020. Thanks, Lakshmi. Next slide. This is a great offering. We do understand many of you may, have the need to take the English language IELTS or a PTE exam to fulfill your conditions with us if you're an offer holder, or even if you're looking at applying to Brunel. We are very happy to offer you the Brunel English language test, which is equivalent for your visa purposes and for your CAS and as UKVI approved, completely free of charge. This is applicable for all our offer holders. And you can set up this with your counselor at Shiksha, and you can sign up for the test completely free of charge. We're running the test all the way up to August as well. Next slide, please, Lakshmi. Hi, this is about, of course, our accommodation. We offer guaranteed accommodation on our single campus at Brunel. This is not only for the first year of study, but for all years of study while you're at Brunel. So if you're doing an undergraduate program with us, you would get this accommodation for all 3 years. You wouldn't have to change your accommodation. You wouldn't have to vacate your rooms in the summer. You could keep the same room. You wouldn't have the hassle of shifting in, shifting out. You can have the same room for all years. If you're coming in for a postgraduate program, of course, you could keep the same accommodation on campus for the whole 1 year. If you're a PhD student, you can have it for all the years of study as well. As long as you have put in the application to us for accommodation by 31st of August, and in this year, we're happy to extend that for another week, we would guarantee you accommodation. Another thing to remember, you may not be able to immediately travel to the UK due to delay in flights or a visa processing process. In that case, your accommodation contract would start from the date of arrival that you give us. So if you tell us, I'll be coming onto campus from the 5th of October, your accommodation agreement would start from that date itself. So we're going to be as flexible regarding your accommodation and yet ensure that you get it on campus, which is going to be the most safe place for you to be in this year. Thanks, Lakshmi. Next slide. Of course, the London factor, that needs no introduction. Everyone knows that London is by far the most popular city in the world for students, for traveling, for shopping, for food, for culture, for everything. We're on the west part of London, so we're slightly away from the city center, which takes 45 minutes by tube, and we are 15 minutes from Heathrow Airport. One of the academics couple of days back actually shared a very sweet thing during a webinar. He said, we are actually the closest university to your home. So your average flying time from India would be 9 hours, and from airport to Heathrow Airport to Brunel is 15 minutes, which is in 9 hour 15 minutes, you can be at your home and at your second home, Brunel, which is, I think, by far the closest university in the world. Thank you, Lakshmi. Next slide. I think this is another important factor for all students is, of course, your return of investment, you may call it, or you may call it your experience or exposure of the time and effort that you put in doing your master's. We have an award-winning professional development center. For 3 years in a row, we have been ranked the 5th best professional development center in the UK. We've only got beaten by LSE, Imperial, Cambridge, Oxford, and UCL. So we're top-notch in terms of offering our services to our students. Sorry, Lakshmi, can you go back? Yes, we've got these five scenarios as far as our PDC is considered. The job shop is basically there to help you with part-time jobs while studying. The career center helps you with full-time jobs after you have finished your studies with us. The placement center helps you with applying for short-term or long-term placements as a part of your program, whether undergraduate or postgraduate, or even for short-term placements after you finish. The grad school helps you with the innovation hub to maybe set up your own business and get the tier 5 funding to be an entrepreneur in the UK. And of course, we have a dedicated section for our employers to network and connect with our students. And often we've seen companies like Ernst & Young, Accenture, Barclays, HSBC, Jaguar Land Rover, IBM recruiting students from Brunel. In fact, during the pandemic as well, we had 2 of our virtual placement days where organizations were looking for talented young adults to join their placement team, and we successfully managed to do that as well. Thank you, Lakshmi. Next slide. I'm sorry again, you may or may not be able to hear the noise, but this video will talk about, will show you actually glimpses of the campus. I know it's important to hear what the students are saying, so I hope you're able to hear it. If not, then we will surely share the YouTube video link for you to have a look at it later. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lakshmi, for beautifully helping me in giving this presentation. I hope it was useful. The idea of giving you a brief about Brunel was, of course, to tell you a little bit about the university. I'll take a couple of minutes and tell you what I studied at Brunel. I did my Masters of Corporate Brand Management from Brunel University, London, all the way back in 2008. It was a wonderful experience. As a student, of course, I had my ups and downs in terms of being upset with some of my academics for not getting the relevant grades that I expected to get. But overall, Brunel gave me a lot as a student, as an international student. I was involved in things like a One World Week, which was helping to meet and engage with people from different parts of the world. We did a lot of learning trips together and also engaged in a lot of networking sessions with employers, with fellow students. At Brunel, we still aim to do that. However, we feel your health, your well-being is our top priority. So we will make sure we do all of this. We give you the best experience possible, but keeping your health and well-being as top priority. The UK recently also announced the 2-year post-study work visa is the popular name, or the new name is graduate immigration route, which means if you graduate in this after the summer of 2021, you would be eligible for your 2-year automatic stay back in the UK without any conditions attached. You don't have to have a job in hand to get this stay back. You could live, study, travel, work, start your own business, pick up a job, or just live in the UK without any conditions attached. Post the 2 years is over, if you still intend to live and work in the UK, you will need to switch to either a tier 2 or a tier 5 visa, depending on what work opportunities you have gathered in those 2 years. The BFS, or the visa application centers for the United Kingdom in India, in 9 cities opened up from the 6th of July. At Brunel, we will be issuing your CAS from the 21st of July. So if you have an unconditional offer with us, be ready to apply for your visa. And the latest update as far as flights are considered, we got an update from Virgin Atlantic that they would be starting flights from at least Delhi and Mumbai to begin with from the 1st of September, and they will keep adding cities as and when they see the demand. I think British Airways and Air India will follow as well. I would surely recommend this year to take a direct flight to London rather than taking a layover flight like Emirates, because you don't want to, kind of stop over and, retake a flight again. So I would recommend to take a direct flight. Of course, happy to answer any questions. And yes, hopefully we'll be there to welcome you at Brunel this September. Thank you. Lakshmi, I think you're on mute. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shivani, for the wonderful presentation. Yes,
Thank
I
you
have
so
the
much.
questions from students. So I
Sure.
will ask.
Yeah, go for it.
So I will start with the first question. This is from Devika. She's asking, if a student who had done class 12 from CBSE as a private candidate and rest of the education is regular, then can that student still take regular admission in the university?
Absolutely. As long as you have met our requirements as far as your CBSE marks are considered, averagely, if you're looking at a business course, we will look at an aggregate of 75%. If it's an engineering program, then it'll be an aggregate of 80%. This year, as a special support to our students, we are willing to be flexible on the entry requirements. So if you could share your exact grades with us, I would be happy to tell you if you qualify for the program. But yes, you could come in even if you've done your CBSE distance learning or from home, no problem.
Okay. Next question is from Indranil Nath. He's asking, what about the financial aids? What support can we get from the university on financials?
Thank you, Indranil, for your question. Very critical question, I think, from a parent's perspective as well. Brunel does offer International Excellence Scholarship, which is worth £6,000. It is a merit-based scholarship. It has to be applied for. It is not automatically given to everybody. For September, the deadline for the same was 30th of June. So we are closed for the September intake. However, we will reopen the scholarship for January, starting from the month of end of September. And if you're a meritorious student academically, you're more than welcome to apply for the same.
Okay. So next question is from Shashwat. He's asking, if a student has applied for a scholarship but has not got any reward from the university, what should be the next step?
Thank you, Shashwat. If you have applied to us for the International Excellence Scholarship, we aim to announce the results for the round 2 by end of this month. Round 1 results were announced on the 15th of May. If any student who didn't make it to round 1 will now be automatically assessed in round 2, and the results of the same will be announced by end of July.
Okay. Next question is from Udedra. Udedra is asking, I was not able to give IELTS due to current pandemic situation. So what alternate exam I can give so that can be accepted by the university?
Thank you, Dedra. Good question again. I think we completely understand and appreciate that it's a difficult situation regarding the IELTS. We accept IELTS indicator, TOEFL, PTE, Duolingo, and our Brunel English language test is available free of charge for all our offer holders, and we're running them all the way up to August as well. So if you are an offer holder, feel free to take up the Brunel English language test. If you aren't an offer holder yet, then you've got all the choices available to take in online from the comfort of your home.
Okay. Again, question from Indraneel. He's asking what scores are required by the university, SAT scores.
Hi, Noreen. In the UK, we do not require any SAT scores, so not a requirement for us.
Next question is from Yogesh. He's asking if is 3 years of technical experience suffice for an MBA program?
Yogesh, hi. The MBA that we offer at Brunel is an AMBA accredited MBA, and the minimum work experience required is 3 years. So yes, if you can share your CV with us, we would refer it to the MBA director and organize an interview for you, and I'm sure you should be good for it.
Okay. Next question is from Rajan. He's asking what is the scope after completing MSc Mechanical or MSc Aerospace course from the university? And do you provide free accommodation for 14 days quarantine if I applied for the September intake?
What was the name? Sorry, I missed the name. I'm sorry, Lakshmi.
Rajan Patel.
Yeah, hi Rajan. I think I've heard the name before, but hi, if we've spoken before. Yes, Rajan, we are planning to offer 14-day free quarantine accommodation on campus. Up till now, the update for quarantine for September hasn't come. There could be a strong possibility that there is no quarantine. So let's wait and watch. But yes, if it would be, we would make all the measures to offer you free of charge. Second is the scope of aerospace engineering and mechanical engineering is tremendous, because if you understand, even during the pandemic, we all were heavily reliant on essential services coming to us through various modes of transportation. So with aerospace, our students have worked with Rolls-Royce, Boeing, British Airways, Heathrow Airport, BAA. And depending on how well you do on your program, I'm sure our Professional Development Center would link you up with these organizations to look for placements. And now that you can stay in the UK for 2 years after your graduation, you've got plenty of opportunity to make maximum use of.
Okay. So next question is from Kailash. He's asking, I have completed my 12th and want to join BSc Computer Science. What would be the requirement from university's end?
Hi, I would need to know what you have scored in your grade 12 if you have your result. What were your grade 10 marks? It differs from board to board. From CBSE board, we may require a 72%. From ISC, it would be 72. From state boards, it would be 80. So if you could tell us a little bit more about your qualifications, we could give you an answer straight away.
Okay. So next question is from Akanksha Mishra. She's asking about the scholarships and fees for engineering courses. She's further shared that she has 8.92 CGPA in electronics and communication.
That's great, Akanksha. Thank you so much. That's a fantastic score. So congratulations. The tuition fee for any of our engineering courses is about £19,280 for the year of study, inclusive of all your laboratory work as well. No extra fees on top of this. As I said, our scholarship for the September intake has already passed. It was the deadline to apply was 30th of June. The engineering courses, the next available intake would be September 2021. So in case you are interested in applying for the next intake, you could surely apply for scholarship in the coming year.
Next question is from Prarabh Dikshit. He is asking, can you please explain the placements and package after doing MBA, as he wants to pursue his career in healthcare sector?
Fantastic career to choose right now. In fact, I don't know if you guys saw the news, but the UK is investing more than £7.5 billion in building infrastructure for the healthcare, which means more jobs will be available in 6 months from now. The starting packages really vary in the UK depending on your previous experience, but I'm assuming so if you're coming for the MBA, you have at least 3 years of prior experience. Packages could start from anywhere, from about 30,000 pounds annually and can go up to about 50 to 55,000 pounds. Again, depends on the organization, depends on your role, depends on your skills, and depends on your previous experience as well. But that could be the range that you could, kind of look at.
Students, you can also click on raise hand tab. I will unmute you and you can ask your question directly to the panelist.
Absolutely, we would love to hear you.
Okay, so meanwhile, we'll take a few more questions. So this question is from Manpreet Mahal. She is asking, what is the score of Duolingo or IELTS that is required by the university?
It'll depend on the course that you're coming for us. If it's a business course, the Duolingo requirement would be 115 or the IELTS requirement would be 6.5. If you're coming to us for an engineering course, then the requirement for Duolingo would be 105 and the IELTS requirement would be 6 overall with no band less than 5.5.
Okay. Next question is from Sanjeev Mohanty. He's asking, I have a master's from UK, Master in Technical Consulting in 2011. I am working as a global head ICT and have about 18 years of experience. I'm planning to do an MBA. Is GMAT mandatory and am I eligible given the fact I am 43 years old?
There is no age for education and you're absolutely eligible. Our MBA program actually attracts lots of mature students. And last year as well, we had a lot of people who were above the age of 35. There's no age limits to studying. So you're more than welcome. Yes, we do not require any GMAT. So that's not required. We also have an MBA dedicated scholarship of 6,500 pounds, which will be applicable to you after you pass the 2-round telephonic interview. So definitely you can apply for it. And we offer the course in September as well as in January.
Yeah, he's further asking, secondly, since I will be on student visa, can I take my wife and children? I have enough funds to show to the visa authorities.
Lovely. Of course, you're more than welcome to take your dependents with you. Recommendation here would be first secure your student visa. And when you're writing your statement of purpose, you can definitely demonstrate that you have already done a technical master's in the UK. And this is a progressive master's to build up on your senior management skills. Once you've secured your visa, you're more than welcome to bring your family with you. No problem.
Okay. So next question is, what courses are available in MSc in nursing? Any combination with this for fall 2020?
I'm so sorry, whoever's asked this question, we do not have a nursing school yet at Brunel. So I'm sorry, I don't have an option to give you.
And student is asking, what about the courses in agribusiness if the university have masters in agribusiness?
Sorry again, we do not offer the agriculture school. I'm so sorry.
Student, you can still click on raise hand and I will unmute you and you can ask your question directly to the panelist. So I'll take the first live question from Akanksha. Akanksha, you have to unmute yourself to ask the question.
Yes. Hello. I wanted
Hi,
to know
Akanksha.
what are the courses available for masters.
In what subject are you looking,
I
Akanksha?
am basically from electronics. I have completed my BE from electronics and communication, so I am looking forward for a master's program.
Yeah, I think the perfect fit for you would be our fabulous course called MSc Wireless Communication Systems. It is running in the September 2020 intake as well as in Jan 2021. It's a highly specialized master's with 2 project works that you do in your final semester as well. You would be able to, I'm not sure if I'll be able to type in anything here, but I could share the course link in the chat and you'll be able to see more information on the program there.
Okay, and the fee structure is same, like you mentioned before?
Yes, that's absolutely right.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you so much, Akanksha. Okay, I am next unmuting Yogesh. Yogesh, you can also ask your question, Yogesh Masam.
Yes, hi, ma'am. Ma'am,
Hi, Yogesh. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I will be completing 3 years of work experience in the coming December. So, can I apply
Sure.
for an MBA?
Absolutely, for our January intake, Yukesh, because the minimum requirement is 3 years, so you won't be able to make it for the September intake, but surely you can apply for the Jan 2021 intake.
Okay, okay, sure, ma'am. And ma'am, just wanted to know, like, my academics are far on the lower end. So, how about the
Uh,
academic and
so
requirements and
we need a good academic background. We need a first division UK standard. So if you don't mind sharing here, or if you want to drop us an email to tell you what your academic background is, we could surely consider and look into it and get back to you accordingly.
Okay, sure, ma'am. I'll drop an email.
Yeah, lovely.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Yogesh. Next question we'll take from Vaishali.
Hi, Vishali.
Hi. Hi, ma'am. I'm having one query. Like, I did my BSc in physics from Pune University, and now I'd like to pursue the MBA in IT management. So,
Uh-huh.
is it possible to go with the technical degree after the BSc in physics?
So the MBA that we offer, Vaishali, is a management MBA, and it requires 3 years of work experience. Two alternative options that I could recommend is, one is data science and analytics, which covers big data and data management, which is the one popular option nowadays. Or you could look at an MSc management with modules specializing in information technology. So these are the two options I could recommend you.
So, any technical background required for that?
Your physics background is good. Data science obviously takes in students largely from a physics, science, or an engineering background, so you should be good for that. MSc Management is a program designed for non-business students also who want to now have a career in management.
And what will be the fees, ma'am?
So the MSc Management fees is £17,355, and the MSc Data Science and Analytics is £19,280.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
No problem, Vaishali.
Thank you so much, Vaishali. Next is Amit. Amit, you can ask your question.
Hi, Amit. Good
Hello.
afternoon.
Good
Hi.
afternoon. How are you?
Very well. Thank you so much for asking. I hope you're well as well.
Yeah. So actually, I've done my engineering in civil like 3 years back, and I have 3 years of work experience as well. What course do you think will be suited for me?
It depends whether you want to look at management or do you want to continue with the masters in civil. We've got both the options. If you're looking at masters in civil, then we offer building
More-
services. Sorry.
I'm more, towards the management. Like,
Super. You can definitely consider our two programs. One is MSc Management, which also offers a work placement year as a part of the course. So the first year you study, second year you do a work placement, and you already have some previous experience. So that's surely going to help you in the UK while applying for jobs as well. This is a pure business course, so it covers modules on international management, strategic management, international marketing and branding, entrepreneurship, business consulting, and planning. And the other option you could look at after completing civil engineering is project and infrastructure management, which is more
Right.
looking at getting independent project management roles in the UK once you graduate from the program.
Right. Can I target MBA as well?
If you have 3 years of work experience after
Yeah.
your graduation, yes, you can look at MBA as well, definitely.
Right. All right. Thank you so much.
No problem. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you so much, Amit. We have a few more questions. This question is from Sanjana. She's asking, when should we reach Brunel if the class starts on 14th September?
Sanjana, there's a bit of thank you for your question. There's a bit of delay in the start because of the pandemic. Our start date for postgraduate programs is now 21st of September. So you're more than welcome to arrive anytime a couple of days before that, and we'll help you settle into your accommodation. If you want to short start on the 21st of September, then you need to keep, if there is a 14-day quarantine, then you need to arrive 14 days prior to that. If you are okay to start the first couple of days online, then you can arrive as per your convenience and finish your 14-day quarantine and continue with your classes.
So Megha is asking, if a student has already received a scholarship and if they want to defer their intake to Jan intake, can they defer their scholarship also?
This is an oftenly asked question. Not really, Megha. Each intake has its own scholarship allocation. We will give you a preference in the Jan intake because you were already a scholarship holder for September, but you would have to fill out the form again. So just keep in touch, drop us an email, and we will try our best to do the needful for you.
Okay. So, students, if you have any further questions, please click on raise hand tab and you can ask your question directly. Our panelist is there to help you up. Okay, I can see Vikramjeet Singh. Vikram, you can ask your question.
Hi Vikram, good afternoon.
Vikram, can you hear us? And there's some problem with this connectivity.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, next is Neha. Neha, I am unmuting you and you can ask your question.
Hi Neha, good afternoon.
Neha, you have to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Neha.
Hi,
Yes, please tell
Shivani.
me, how can I help you?
Hi.
Hi,
Good afternoon again.
good afternoon.
I think I already spoke to you earlier. So I just had like these two queries which I saw after the timetable which was released with regards to the September intake. So firstly, my question is that there is a vacation period in between for the first
Yes,
semester. So then,
yes,
what is the duration of that particular vacation period which we will be getting for the
2
first term?
weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So that will be only
Yeah.
2 weeks in all throughout the first semester, or would we be having more days of holidays coming in altogether?
Uh, not more holidays coming in, because you will have a lot of assessments going on in the first term as well. So the full holiday period would be 2 weeks. However, you could take some time off in case you need to, and seek permission from your professors before you do that.
Okay. And secondly, the quarantine period which we have, is that a confirmed information that we will be having the
No,
14 days
no,
quarantine period?
no, we don't know. We don't know that yet. They review it on a monthly basis. I think August is when
Mhm.
we will know what the quarantine rules for September would be.
Okay. So the students will be informed if there is any changes with regards to the
Yes,
quarantine period?
yes.
Okay. Okay, and any idea if the location which will be selected by us, or will it be allotted by the government itself for all the students who will be coming in for quarantine?
So we will be making all our international students quarantining on campus itself in our accommodation.
Okay, okay, because I had my family in London, so will I be getting that leeway of staying with my family in that case?
So as when you are filling out your immigration form at the airport, it's whatever address you state there, you're more than welcome to take your home quarantine there as well. No problem.
Okay, okay, great. All right, thank you so much, Shivani. You've been really
No
kind.
problem.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem, Neha. No
Thank you,
problem.
Neha. Next we have Neil. Neil, you can ask your question.
Hi, Neil. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I have completed my BBA this year, and my result is still awaiting. So I am
Yeah.
thinking of doing PGDM or a master. So what are the options I am having?
So we don't offer any PG diploma programs in at Brunel. We offer only MSc Masters program, depending on the subject. What subject do you want to study? Is it a management
Uh,
Masters that you're looking at
yes,
doing?
business
Yeah.
related.
So we offer all our business Masters in September as well as in January. So we offer MSc International Business, MSc Marketing, MSc Management, MSc Business Intelligence and Digital Marketing, MSc Accounting and Business Management, Global Supply Chain and Logistics, Human Resource Management, and Corporate Brand Management. All these courses are offered in September as well as in January.
So I can apply now for January 2021.
Yes, you can. You can.
For that, I have to give IELTS or what?
It depends on what you scored in your grade 12 in your English marks, and from what board did you do that. If it's from a CBSE, ISC, or a Maharashtra board, and if you got above 70%, then your IELTS would be waived off. If it is from a state board, and depending on which state board, then you would need above 80% in your English in grade 12. If you don't have any of these, then yes, you can take any of the English language exams that we recognize.
Okay, okay. So I can pursue a masters after my
Yes,
BB undergraduate year.
yes.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so
You're
much,
welcome.
Neil. Next we have Khushi. Khushi, you can ask your question.
Hi, Kushi.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, can I pursue a business course if I have done my 12th from commerce without mathematics?
Yes, as long as you have minimum 65% and above in maths in class 10, you can pursue
Yes,
a
ma'am.
business
Yes,
degree with
ma'am.
us. Yeah, yes, you can, definitely.
Thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
Thank you, Khushi. Next we have Karan.
Hi, Karan.
Karan, you can ask your question.
Hello, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, hi, Karan. Yes, yes. Hi, how are you? Please tell me, how can I
Yes,
help
I
you?
am fine, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, so I'm currently holding an offer from Brunel University for MSc in International Business, and
Okay.
I wanted to ask that how is the September intake gonna be like how is the merged learning gonna take place? How many
Sure.
on-campus subjects do we gonna have, and how many online courses?
Yeah, good question, Karan. I think this is a very critical, part of this year as far as your academic studies are considered. Please keep in mind we are giving the first and the topmost priority to your health and your well-being. Currently, there are social distancing measures in the UK, even though the cases have fallen drastically, but we want to follow social distancing, which means the large lectures will be online and you will still have some face-to-face interaction with your academics, with your fellow classmates through group sessions. So it will be a blended learning model. The timetable would be available starting from end of August. You will still have an option to take everything online if you feel unwell or if you feel uncomfortable. You could be on the campus, you
Okay.
could use all the facilities on campus, you could use the library, the student center, the subway, Starbucks, Costa, everything. You can have life as normal on campus, but large lectures would be done online to make sure that we are giving priority to your health and your safety.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, like till how long this is going to continue?
Till we
Till
don't have a
how
vaccine
long?
and we haven't beaten corona.
Okay, right. So this may carry on to the January intake as well.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel as a public university, our responsibility is to ensure your safety first, which
Yes.
means that's a lot of responsibility on our shoulders. So we don't want to go fully face to face and after a couple of days realize that, students have got affected with this virus. So we will be extremely cautious. We will try to give you the best experience, but there will be some bit of online learning as well, whether now or in January.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. And one more thing, ma'am. With this degree in MSc in International Business, what
Yeah.
career aspects do I have?
Absolutely fantastic question. I think international business actually gets you ready for roles in consulting, being a business planner, being a business analyst, and a business developer. So depending on your interest areas as to what you're looking, do you look at retail? Do you look at FMCG? What are your aspirations? You could look at any of these roles.
Okay, ma'am. All right. So, ma'am, basically, my dad is into international business. He is into import and exporting of goods.
Lovely.
So,
That's great.
will this help, like this degree in international business?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So if you're planning to expand your father's business to the UK, it's a great opportunity to do this. Network with people, try to set up a base in the United Kingdom. You've got the 2-year post-study work visa as well. So everything is for you at the moment in that kind of a setup. After
Okay.
Brexit, it is a great opportunity for Indian businessmen who are in the import and export field to expand. There was a new bid that was put in for, import from India to the UK from export from India to the UK for various things like sugar, wheat flour, coffee. So there's a lot of opportunities that are available. You just have to make sure you are there to grab them and you're able to network with people to get it done.
Okay, all right. And ma'am, what salary are we looking at? Like, if I'm just graduated, okay,
Yeah. If you're a
maybe let's
fresher,
take if I join in the January intake, I'll be
yeah,
graduated in January 2022.
yeah, yeah.
So once I get graduated, what will be the salary I should be expecting?
If you are a complete fresher and you don't have any previous work experience, your salary packages can start from about £22,000 annually and can go up to about 34,000 pounds annually. So it really
Okay,
depends on your previous experience and your grades and your skill sets as well.
Okay, all right, ma'am. All right. Thank you so much, ma'am.
No problem, Karan. Good luck. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Karan. Next, I'm unmuting Meenakshi.
Hi, Meenakshi. Good afternoon.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Very well, Meenakshi. Thank you so much. How are you?
Ma'am, also fine. Ma'am, I received unconditional offer letter
Okay.
from Brunel University, and in the course of MSc International Business Finance, and I also filled scholarship form in the month of May, but I did not receive any mail regarding scholarship. So, can you just tell me about?
Sure, Meenakshi. Any student that applied for the scholarship in the month of May, we will be announcing the results for the scholarship end of July. It is an academic merit-based scholarship, so it's not automatic that everyone would get it. It will depend on your academic grades, and we will be announcing the results end of this month.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Meenakshi. Take care.
Thank you so much, Meenakshi. Next, we have Purnima.
Hi, Shreya.
Purnima, you have to unmute yourself.
Oh, hi, Purnima. Sorry.
Purnima, you can ask your question now. Some problem. Okay, we'll go back. We'll go to the next student, Shikha. Shikha, you can ask your question.
Hello.
Hi, Shikha. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you as well. Ma'am, I wanted to know, like I'm about to complete my bachelor's in civil engineering next year and I want to pursue it like my master's. So could you just brief me about the courses available in your university?
Yeah, sure. So you want to continue with a master's in civil, or are you looking at another option?
Do it in civil, basically like civil itself.
Lovely. So we've got 2 to 3 options for you. So one is our master's in building services engineering, and we have that with sustainability as well, and also an aspect on environmental. So basically, it's building services engineering with environmental studies, and then you have project and infrastructure management. You've got lots of options. I'll try and share the link on the chat. I tried to do that before, but I was unable to do it. So the courses, I'll repeat them for you in case. So there's project and infrastructure management, there's structural engineering, there's water engineering, there is flood and coastal engineering. So these are the 4 popular options. And of course,
also, ma'am, I would like to know, like, what is the basic entry requirement? Like in India, we have CGPI. So could you just tell me about the CGPI required to get into? Oh my God.
Shivani, are you there?
Hi, were you able to hear me?
Yeah, now
we
I can.
hear you now.
Okay, so the 4 popular courses that we have is structural engineering, flood and coastal engineering, water engineering, project and infrastructure management, and you could also look at building services engineering, which is basically a combination of civil and mechanical as a program.
All right, ma'am. Also, my next question would be like in India, we have CGPI system. So could you just tell me what is the basic like average CGPI required to get into the university?
Averagely, depending again on, it differs from which university you're studying at currently, but averagely it would be 6.5 on 10.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Also, ma'am, could you just last question? Would you tell me, are there campus placements like after the completion of the master's degree?
So the UK works slightly different with campus placements. It's not like how it is in India. You have a professional development center on the campus to support you. You have to visit them during the course of your taught program and sign up with your placement advisor to understand what opportunities are available to you and what kind of organizations come onto campus for helping our students to secure placements in the future. And they will take you through CV writing, mock interviews, and eventually arrange interviews for you in the field of your choice as well.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much for answering them, ma'am.
No problem. My pleasure. Take care. Stay safe.
You too, ma'am.
So much, Shweta. Next we have Sumera.
Hi, Samira.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah,
Hi.
I have actually completed my bachelor's in mechanical engineering and now wanted to do master's in aerospace engineering. So, what is the criteria for aerospace engineering?
Yes, a mechanical engineering background student is more than eligible for the MSc Aerospace Engineering. It will depend on what CGPA you have scored during your bachelor's and from which university are you from, which Indian university you've done your bachelor's from.
I have completed my bachelor's from Shivaji University, Maharashtra, and we have percentage
Lovely.
for degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was your percentage?
No, ma'am. Actually, last result is not yet been declared, so result is waiting still.
So averagely, we would look at a minimum 65%.
65%. Okay, ma'am. And scholarship
Yes,
for
as
aerospace
an average.
engineering is it available?
Scholarship, yes, scholarship is available. The international excellence, which you have to apply for, if you want to get, achieve the scholarship, you have to have at least an academic grade of 75% and above in your bachelor's, and it's a merit-based
Okay.
scholarship. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
no problem.
Thank you so much, Sumera. Next we have Heta. Heta, you can ask
Yeah.
your question. Heta, you have to unmute yourself.
Hello,
Hi, Heta, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yes, very well. Thank you so much. How can I help you?
I want to ask you that I got last time when I visit UK. That time I
Yeah.
was in Hertfordshire University. Somehow
Okay.
I didn't completed my course. I did admission. Took admission in MSc Computer Animation Games Technology.
Okay.
So
Okay.
somehow the last moment our professor was not available and we are just
Okay.
two students. So there is some problem was happen in this university and I didn't completed my
Okay.
master. So MSc not completed. I got post
So,
graduation
sorry, which university is this?
University of Bedfordshire.
Bedfordshire. Okay. Right. Okay.
Right now, this time I want to appear for September intake 2020.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
am I eligible for this time? I want to take a course for MBA. I mean, a master management course. Last time I did
Okay.
MSc Computer Animation Games Technology, but this time I want
Right.
to take MBA. So, am I eligible for Brunel University?
We will have to look at all your education documents, starting from your graduation, your class 12, and your PG diploma. And if everything meets the criteria, yes, we'll be happy to welcome you at Brunel. And we
I
offer
did
the MSc Management.
Okay, I
Sorry?
did bachelor in commerce from India as well.
Okay, which university was that from, and what did you score?
Gujarat University. Gujarat University.
Which university? Gujarat University. And what was your percentage?
The percentage was very less. It's just 45%.
No, I'm so sorry. We require minimum 60% from Gujarat University.
Okay,
In that
okay.
case, you will have to take a pre-master's pathway program and then complete the pre-master's pathway program and then come to us for a main master.
And what about the pre-master pathway program and how much
Yeah,
duration?
you can apply for the same. The duration is 1 semester, which is 3 months. It will start in September. You will finish the
3 months.
pre-masters by December. Yeah, you will finish the pre-masters by December, and then you can start the main master's program with us in January.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. And what is the
No
fees
problem.
about pre-master and master course?
That will be about approximately 7,000 to 9,000 pounds.
Pre-master course fees.
Yes, yes.
Oh, and again we have to pay it for a open master. I mean, for an MBA again.
Yes. So the main fees is 17,000, and the pre-master's fees will range from 7,000 to 9,000 pounds.
Okay. Am I get any discount?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, okay, no problem. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Rita. Next, we'll go to Anushka. Anushka, you can ask your question.
Hi, Anushka. Thank you so much.
Anushka? Okay, we'll go to the next student, Kanan. Kanan, you can ask your question.
Hi, Kanan. Good afternoon.
Hi, Shivani. I would like to ask you, one question. Like, I have just given TOEFL, not TOEFL, Duolingo English test, and I got like a score 85. So, is it acceptable for a master in data science and artificial intelligence kind of course?
I'm really sorry to disappoint you, but that's not the minimum requirement we would require for this course is 115.
115.
Yes.
Okay, I have done my master. Is it something, and I have a total 16 year of experience in IT. Is this something we can compensate somewhere? Like,
What did you score in your, if you remember, I know it must be a while back, but in your English, in your grade 12, or which university in India did you do your bachelor's from?
a bachelor and post graduation both I have done from Devi Ahilya University, Indore, MP, Madhya Pradesh.
Okay.
And my
And
post
what about your English in your,
yeah, so
what
12th
did you score
my
in
English
English?
was
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
yeah, English was low, very low, I believe. Like, no, it's not a good, I would
Okay.
say. Yeah, but
Okay,
my
I'm
master
sorry then
have a
you, I understand, but I'm so sorry, but you will need to take an English language test. Brunel offers the Brunel English language test free of charge for our offer holders, and this is required from a UK VI visa purposes as well. So I would recommend you to take something. Yes.
Okay, so do you accept Duolingo, or I have to
We
go
do
for some other?
accept Duolingo. No, we accept Duolingo, but the score required for data science would be 115.
150. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
150.
Kanan. Yeah, you have further questions, please ask.
Is it 150, correct?
No, 115.
11515. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
115.
Thank you very much. That's it, Lakshmi.
No
And
problem.
thank
Thanks,
you for
Kanan.
Shivani.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kanan.
No problem. Thank you, Kanan.
Students, if you have any further question, you can still click on raise hand bar and you can ask your question directly to the panelist. Okay, we have Anshuman Gulati. Anshuman, you can ask your question.
Hi, Anshuman.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am. Ma'am, I was
Please
thinking
tell me.
about ma'am BARC architecture.
I'm sorry, Anshuman, we don't have an architecture school at Brunel. I'm really sorry to disappoint you.
Okay, ma'am.
Sorry.
Thank you, Anshuman. Okay, next we have Reena. Reena, I'm unmuting you and you can ask your question.
Hi, Reena.
Reena, you have to unmute yourself. Reena, can you hear us? I think there's some problem at her end.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, we'll move to Raja Shekharan. Raja, you can ask your question.
Hi Shivani, how are you doing?
Hi, Rajan. I'm very well. Thank you so much. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm looking
Please
for
tell me.
MSc. Yes, I'm looking for some MSc programs in data science or cloud, something
Yeah.
like that.
Super. What's your background? If you could tell me a bit about yourself.
Yes, I'm an BE Electrical and Electronics graduate, and I have around 13 plus years of experience as ERP consultant in Oracle
Excellent.
application.
Fantastic. We have two course options to suggest you. One would be the MSc Data Science and Analytics. It's an extremely popular option right now. And it covers big data, data visualization, and we also offer the base SAS certification free of charge on the program as well. And the second option is the MSc Artificial Intelligence. So the difference between the two would be this course offers a specialization in AI, and the first course offers hardcore specialization in data management and big data analytics.
Okay. Do we have any placement like industrial experience, gaining industrial experience? Like there's 1+1 year kind of programs, right? Do we
Yeah,
have?
not in these courses, because it varies on, of course, you are someone who's got work experience, so I don't see you having any issues in securing a placement, but usually typically on these programs, companies do ask for prior work experience as well. So we don't offer it as a part of the course, but now that the UK has opened up a 2-year post-study work visa, our professional development center would surely help you in securing an employment with the companies that we work with AstraZeneca, we work with HSBC, Capgemini, companies like that. So we can surely help you, PwC as well. So we can help you with, organizing placement sessions with them if they would be, keen to hire you.
Okay, that's nice. And the post-work visa, is it like only for like 2021 who are graduating in
No,
2020?
it's going to be people who graduate after 2021. It will be applicable future onwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's starting from 2021. Who's going
That's
to
correct.
graduate?
It's starting from that. So let's say if you graduate in September 2021, you would be eligible for it. Someone who graduates in September 22, they will be eligible for it. It's it's futuristic.
Futuristic. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess do we have any project management kind of courses in the management side?
We do offer MSc Project Management and Infrastructure Management. It has got a slight bend towards civil engineering, a little bit, but of course it's a hardcore project management course.
Oh, that's not aligned to the IT or software side.
No, it's not allied to. It's largely for any technical background. So it could be IT, it could be civil, mechanical. It covers all aspects of project management.
Okay, I understand. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Shivani. I think so. I'm.
No problem. Lovely to talk to you.
Thank
Yeah,
you
wish you all the
for
best.
answering. Yeah, stay safe. Great going.
No problem. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Rajashekar. Students, if you still have questions, please ask. Meanwhile, I'll take few questions which a student posted in the question section. So this question is asked by Meenakshi. She's asking how much score required for taking admission in MSc International Business Finance.
I think Meenakshi asked us this question then as well. She's, I think, from Gujarat University, so the minimum requirement would be 60%.
Okay. Next question is from Shivangi. She's asking, just give me a minute.
No problem.
Scroll this up. She's saying that I'm about to complete my BBA from Pune in 2021. I want to do MBA in International Business. So what are the things that are required in terms of preparing finances, exams, as I don't have any work experience?
Great question. For most of our MSc programs, we do not require any prerequisite work experience. Averagely, we would look at anywhere between a 60 to a 65% aggregate in your bachelor's. If you have 70% above in your English from HSC board, which is Maharashtra board, then you are waived off from the IELTS requirement as well. If you do not have 70%, then yes, you will need to prepare yourself for an IELTS or an equivalent exam. If you do have some internships or some voluntary work on your CV during your course, that will add value to your application. It's not a mandatory requirement. And apart from that, your 10th, 12th, 2 letters of reference and your statement of purpose. Pretty simple and sweet.
Okay. I hope all the questions have been answered by you to all the students.
I hope so too, yes, of course.
Yeah. So, student, I hope all your questions have been answered by the panelists today. Thank you so much, Shivani, for taking out time today and sharing this beautiful presentation, giving insight about the university. This will, of course, help the students in making their decision in terms of applying to universities and abroad.
Absolutely, Lakshmi, and I think it's all thanks to you and your patience for taking all questions so nicely. And I hope Lakshmi and I together were able to answer all your questions. If still there are any questions that we were unable to answer, please feel free to drop Lakshmi or me an email, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. Thank you so much to the Shiksha Study Abroad team and to Lakshmi and Swati for taking the time to organize this. And it's an absolute pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, students. Thank you so much, Shivani, for taking out time today.
Bye, Lakshmi. Take care.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.